tell you a bit about what we're going to be talking about tonight. So tonight we're actually going to be talking about Usign, which is a new piece of graphics software which YMV Properties has been creating now for almost the last 11 months, and we're in the beta phase at the moment. So we're really getting close to that launch date. And I want to give you a quick behind-the-scenes look at exactly what we've been doing. So let's get started with this webinar. Okay, so Youzign is basically, we've tried to combine, or we have combined, our 10 best, almost $1 million selling software all into one piece of integrated software. So it's really an integrated piece of graphics software. So you've got the ability and the versatility to really mix things up and to create like the infographics, as you remember from Instant Infographics Presence. We've got Facebook graphics, and we've really got the whole range of graphic software available. So we've linked everything up, tried to make it integrated, and we've added, of course, we've added lots more features. So as we've developed this software, as we've put everything together, as we've done a complete overhaul of everything and tried to integrate a lot new and interesting ideas, essentially, into the software. So I think the best explanation, the best way of doing this is actually for me to go right in and actually show you how the software works. So let me just show you, let me give you a quick demonstration of what you can do with Usign. So we're going to start today. This is the basic Usign interface. So this is something that you'll probably all be used to from the different softwares that you've already bought and you've already used in the past. So this is it. Basically, well, jump straight in with a new design, essentially. So let's get started. And as I was saying before, we've got lots and lots of different features now. So we've really done a huge overhaul of the whole graphic software to really make it new, make it exciting, make it very, very fresh. So there's lots and lots of features that you'll be used to from the past, but we've also got some new features that we've lined up that we've actually integrated as well into this new piece of software. So I'll be showing you, as I go about developing this Facebook cover, I'll be showing you some of the different kind of things that we've got lined up and a few of the different features that we've actually integrated into this software. And like I said, I think the best way to explain is by actually showing you live. So I'm quite excited to get in and just to show you exactly how to go about doing this. So as you can see, we've got the basic point and click features that you had before with the last piece of software, with all the instant infographic software. But we've added some really cool new features. For example, just like that, you can flip the picture around. I know it's a subtle feature, but it really makes a difference. It really makes things nice and easy. And this is actually one of my favorite features. Which I find really good, really useful actually, and it's not something that I've seen in any other software available, so this is really something innovative. It's actually the ability to crop by shape. So as you can see now, I'm going to be using a circle. Very simple, but I'm basically just cropping a photo here, as you could see before, that I've just uploaded from my desktop. And I'm going to be cropping it to a circle shape, so really nice and simple. Of course, you've got all the different features of the different kinds of shapes that you could be using, but for this example, I'm going to use a circle. There you go. You can easily line it up, and of course, you can adapt all of these shapes. So, I mean, at the moment, we're using Facebook covers, but I mean, as you can see, there's a whole range of different graphics that you could be aiming for. So you could create infographics, flyers, business cards, and these are all set to size. Or you could obviously create your own custom size. But like I said, we're going to go with Facebook cover software. And here you go. Another nice feature that we've integrated, which is opacity. So obviously you can fade images, which is a nice touch, nice and simple touch basically. And let's drag that image across, and there you go, nice and simple. And then of course you can change the color, and now as you change the color, if you've integrated the opacity, you can obviously see the colors start to push through. So now we've got a nice red kind of color pushing through that image, And obviously, you designers out there, you're going to kind of be getting lots of different ideas about what you could be doing with this. And I'm sure your mind's sparking away with all different possibilities that are available for you, and that this software would actually let you do. So now let's push it through. And we've of course got all the different kind of graphics that you kind of expect with the instant range of software, and we've expanded this, so we've added lots and lots of different graphics, and we're continually actually adding more graphics, more features. And that's something that I'll actually be discussing with you a bit later, and kind of revealing to you kind of some of the stuff, some of the different things that we're actually doing. So here you go, and this is a nice new feature as well, which is the ability just to change the color of all of these different graphics. I mean, like I said, very nice, simple feature, but it does make a difference. And it's really that attention to detail, like those small touches that make designing really innovative, really nice graphics, very satisfying. So there you go, let's drop it to around 20%. And all of these images, all of these different images are actually vectors, so you can grab them, you can expand them as much as you want, or you can make them as small as you want. It really doesn't matter, but they keep their quality basically. So I mean, like I said, you can make it larger, make it smaller. You can choose however you want it to be sized. I mean, you can really choose. You've really got that freedom basically. Let's move that around a bit more. And as you can see, those lines start to kick in. So we've actually got the alignment lines now lined up. So this is a really nice, simple feature again, that allows you to line everything up. So you can get all of your graphics in the correct place essentially. And another nice feature is you can actually change all of the different colors within the graphics as well. So I mean, some of these vectors have multiple colors, and so for this example we've got 5 different colors, so you could actually change 5 different colors within this very simple graphics here. And this is really gives you that freedom to kind of play around, make very unique designs, even if lots of people are using the same graphics as you. And just the simple ability to change color really makes it unique. And like everything that YNB creates, it's really, the focus is on making it simple, making it very, very user-friendly. So here we got nice yellow on red, and very, very simple starting point. But as you can see, obviously it's starting to come together. It's starting to create something that's attractive, that's quite nice. And let's go on to the text. Now we've got lots and lots of different ranges of text again, which you'd kind of expect from a piece of software like this. We've got huge range of fonts available for you to play with. And as we're doing this tonight, as I promised you, it's a demonstration, so let's call this Simple Graphics Usign Academy. And again, we'll change the color because I like playing around with these new features and just kind of really showing you what you can do. And you can see there the lines kicking in again, just to make sure that you're aligned properly, which is really useful. Something that I really enjoy using actually. And there you go. We can double up again. You can double up the you can double up the graphics. You can copy them. But for this purpose, I'll actually just change the text because it's a nice shortcut, nice quicker way of working, basically more efficient, which is great. There you go, Usign Academy. Now you can kind of get the idea of what you can do with these new graphics. So as we start to slowly develop this, essentially, I can show you some of these new features. And I mean, you can, like I said, you've probably got a fair few ideas of the kinds of things that you'd like to do with this. And it's really versatile, basically. So you can, as I was saying before, you could be creating these for your infographics, or you could be creating nice graphics for whatever you really want, essentially. So it's an incredibly versatile piece of software for your business, and you can, as a graphics designer, you can use this for Facebook, you can use this for Twitter, you could use this for YouTube. I mean, really the possibilities are all out there for you. It's as many ideas as you want, as versatile as you want it to be. Let's change it again a tiny bit. The possibilities are there for you, and that's why we created this versatile software, essentially. It's to really, really put the power of design into your hands. And again, we can see the guidelines kicking in. Let's call this Smart Design Ideas, and I can give you an idea of the kind of different options available. Let's use Christopher Hand. And there's lots and lots of different graphics, lots and lots of different fonts that you could use. And there you go, nicely aligned, very, very simply aligned. And you can see how this can develop very, very easily. And we've got lots of different icons again, lots of different options for you to use, different ideas essentially for you to play with. And it's a lot more intuitive, a lot more comprehensive, very, very cleanly designed, and we're continually upgrading this, because at the moment we're in the beta phase, so it's just pre-release. So what we're actually doing, and what we'd like you to be a part of, actually kind of be a part of the designing, be a part of developing this really smart software, and kind of seeing what features you want to include, and then you can actually see the programmers include these features that you're kind of requesting. So it's a really exciting stage, actually, and something that would be really interested to actually see you participate in, especially as people who are graphics designers who have got plenty of ideas of exactly what they want to do with this software. And so this is really the stage where you can kind of get involved and participate and actually be a part of developing this great piece of software. So what we're going to call our address here, we can call it My Big House. There you go. Usign. There you go. Very, very simple, easy to use, and we'd like you to be a part of this. We'd like you to actually join our journey as Usign develops, and be part of this kind of the whole beta stage development process, which I'll be talking a bit about later, and I'll actually be showing you a few of the different kinds of things that we're actually doing during this beta stage, and kind of the different ideas and the different features that we're actually continually integrating into the software that are based on our customer responses, that are based on these beta users who have signed up to Usign software, who have said, we want to be a part of this, who've said, you know, we want to be a part of this amazing new graphic design software. We want to integrate our ideas into Usign. We want to make Usign really, really user-friendly. We want to make it perfect for us so that we can use it every day, so that we can get the most out of it. And this is what we're really aiming for. We're aiming to let you be a part of this, to let you actually, let me just delete that, and what I'll do, I'll just copy it because it's a lot easier. So like I was saying, we really want you to be a part of this whole kind of stage, this whole process. Let's line this up, because as the user, I mean, you're the most important people in this whole process, and you've got the great ideas that we want to develop and that we want to integrate into our software, into the software. So we're really looking for you to be a part of this whole process, because we know that it's a very customer-focused company. So we're really looking for your input here, for your help to make this as great as possible, because we are very, very confident this will be a great piece of software. And as you can see, like very, very quickly, within just, let's say, 10 minutes, create a very, very nice, simple, and just playing with a few of these different features, very, very nice piece of graphics, essentially. And this is something that you could be using for your own company. It's kind of these kind of designs you could be using for your own company. It's designs that you could be using for your clients. It's designs your clients you can be requesting. And you can create this very, very quick. I mean, really, really, as you saw, I mean, literally does not take very long, and you can be creating very beautiful graphics, very nice, very smart, very easy to use. And like I said, I'm sure your head's just going ding, 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 ding with all these kind of different ideas that are available. And let me show you some of our other smart features that we've integrated very quickly. We've actually integrated with Icon Finder and Pixabay, so you can actually grab kind of lots and lots of different images from outside of Youzign. So you can actually pick up different images from outside of Youzign. You can include them very easily. So I mean, we're really integrating some of these new features. As I kind of jump back very quickly, because I want to show you, I want to talk you through kind of how the beta users, how kind of these customers of ours who are kind of really excited about the whole process, how they've been kind of inputting into the whole development process, into the whole Youzign development. And this is actually how we're doing it. What we're currently working on at the moment, we've got a design board for Youzign, which is our development board. And once you actually join as a beta member, you get to input into this development process, and you're part of a select Facebook group. And you can input all of your ideas. You can see how the software is being developed. You can, if you've got an idea of how you think the software could benefit, kind of new features that you'd like to see, you can throw them out there onto our private Facebook group. And then our developers actually pick up this information, and then we'll see how we can kind of integrate these kind of new features into the software to make it great for you, to make it really positive for you. And this is really what it's all about. It's kind of getting all of our designers out there, all of our customers who are these, have these great ideas and work with all these different companies and who have all these kind of different needs, and seeing what your needs are, and then you put that information out there for us to actually integrate into this software to make Youzign as great, as user-friendly as possible. And this is how we're doing it. We've got this development board, and then you can actually see and you can be a part of this development board, and you can be a part of including these kind of new features. So an example of one of the new features that I really like actually is a pie chart builder, which you can use for your infographics. So I mean, you can kind of get an idea of how good that would be to actually represent all your data on a pie chart. Create your own pie chart within Youzign, which you can represent all of your data on for your infographics. I mean, this is really nice idea, and this is something that we've been integrating based on the user feedback, kind of constantly updating, trying to make it as good as possible before the release date. So this is really what we've been focusing on, really kind of customer-focused development, essentially. And we want you to be a part of this. We want you to be a part of this customer-focused development. And so now what I'd like to do is kind of like I was saying about this whole customer-focused development, I'd like to actually hand this over to you, and I'd like to get your questions, kind of get your ideas on what questions you have actually about Youzign. So it's now this is your moment to kind of shine. So if you have any questions at all, kind of just throw them out there, and I'll be looking at the questions, and then question and answer session essentially. So it's your turn to have your say, and I'd be really interested in getting your feedback about this short presentation. I mean, a very short presentation, but kind of you got the idea, because you can see how quickly you can actually design stuff. And this is really what it comes back to, is the very user-friendly kind of system that we've got with Youzign. Very user-friendly, very easy to develop great things very quickly. And of course, if you can design great things very quickly, then these webinars will fly by, as you kind of really get these nice graphics in no time at all. So like I was saying, it's what I'd be really interested in is hearing any questions that you might have related to this webinar. So if you have any questions at all, Gelly, for example, or Jack or Tan, kind of just throw them out there, and I'd be really I'd be more than happy to kind of answer any questions that you might have about Youzign and about the software. Okay, so here's one question. When's the release date for Youzign? Okay, well, basically what we're aiming to do is we're aiming for the start, more or less the start of December. So this is really when we're looking to launch Usign. But at the moment, like I was saying before, we're in the beta stage. So what we're trying to do really is really perfect the software, make it as user-friendly as possible, kind of integrate all of your feedback, all of these great ideas that you have into the software to make it as good as possible for the launch date. And this is really when you get to experiment with the software, when you get to see all of the different features, when you actually get to participate and forward your features and kind of become a part of the development process. So at this stage, we're really, really looking for this beta feedback, essentially, for Youzign. So yeah, that was a really good question. If anyone else has any questions? So how do you join the beta group? Okay, I'll get to that in a minute. So you'll just have to wait on that one for a minute, if that's okay. So I'm not sure if maybe at this stage Bertrand might want to have a few words possibly, and if not, we can I can move it across.
Hello there, can you hear me?
Yep, I can
Hello.
hear you, but everyone else can as well.
Excuse me. All right, so Bertrand here from YMB. So, well, I'll just be around if you have any additional questions about Usign. Nico, could you possibly show the one-click preview for the Facebook cover that you created? I think that's a pretty cool feature.
Yeah, of course I can show you the preview of the cover. If you give me a second there, let's jump out and let me show you what it'll look like. There you go. So as you can see, actually, what we've done is we've integrated it into Facebook. So we've actually can show you what it would look like actually on that Facebook page there. And like Bertrand was saying, it's a really nice feature, so you can actually see what it would be like live. And of course, you'd be adapting these ideas for yourself and creating your own personalized graphics for your own clients, for your own business needs, for your own design needs.
Yes, so that feature is really is incredibly useful if you're working with clients, you know, so that you can pretty much show them what it looks like before actually installing the design on their fan page. So you won't need their login details at the beginning. You can just fire this up and, you know, launch the preview. You can also download this this Facebook preview to your desktop and send that to your customers. And something else you can note is that the preview works for as well flyers and business cards and Twitter covers and YouTube covers. So there's a different preview for all the kinds of designs. So right now we have about 10 formats. Could you show the 10 formats we have, Nico, in the drop down, from the drop down?
Yeah, for sure. So I mean, as Bertrand was saying, there's lots of different features that we've kind of all integrated, all of these different features that we've been using, or the different software that we've developed over the course of the last year and a half, and we put it all into Usign. So you've got Facebook covers, you've got infographics, you've got all the flyers, you've got business cards, the YouTube channel graphics, ebook covers, Twitter covers, headers, the Kindle covers and videos. And last but not least, and this is also a really nice feature, you can actually customize your site, so you can choose whatever size kind of framework you want to work for, and then you can work to your own designs essentially. So this is another really nice feature, and it's a new feature, and it's something that people have been asking for. So it's something that, like I was saying, in this whole kind of customer-focused design process, user-focused design process, this is kind of the feedback that we've been getting, and this is kind of one of the features that we've also included based on that.
Yeah, pretty much. And we'll be adding more formats, and this is just pretty much just a start, but then, we can add um, things like LinkedIn backgrounds and Pinterest profile images, and, basically any kind of marketing material that you might need. So even like coupons, things like that. So obviously we're still really at the start. We launched the beta about 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think, and we started development about 10 months ago. But like Nico was saying, we're really trying to perfect the platform before we launch to the public. So right now we only accepting beta, like a limited number of beta users daily from our own customers list. So Usign is not available to the public. If you go to usign.com, there's no way to actually buy it. And we hope to be out of the beta in about 1 month's time.
Yeah. Yeah, as Bertrand was saying, we're aiming for the kind of the first half really of December, and it's really kind of our thank you for all of the customers out there who've used the software, but also a reflection of, if you've been excited about the software in the past. We're really interested to kind of get your feedback on how we can improve this software going forwards. So it's really all about getting your input, because you've invested your time, you've invested your money, you've invested your kind of knowledge in how to use all these different softwares that we've already released in the past, and we're really looking for your feedback into how to create something really great that will be really useful for you and for your clients and for your business in the future. So it's really about kind of you getting used to and also being able to play around with Usign, but also kind of seeing how it could develop, seeing new features, different ways that it could move forwards. And we really want our clients to kind of be the ones that are pushing this forward. All of these graphics designers, all of you guys out there that are kind of creating these great graphics every day using YB kind of software, we're really looking for your feedback to, how can we improve this? How can we make this a really great experience for you? How can we make it really simple for you to create really beautiful graphics? And how can we personalize it so that you can create stuff that you really want to create?
Yeah, I mean, the idea with Usign is just pretty much to replace Photoshop for most that we do as marketers. So, as a kind of commitment to that, I did delete my copy of Photoshop, and I'm only using Usign onwards to create all the designs, and even some of the slides that you see in this presentation were created in Usign. So we're really trying to be that one-stop solution that is a lot simpler than Photoshop, because Photoshop takes a lot of time to learn, to let you create any kind of marketing graphics pretty fast.
Yeah. So this is really what it's about essentially. It's about being able to create some really beautiful graphics very simply, very quickly, exactly to your needs. So I think at this stage you've kind of probably got a really nice overview of some of the features, and like I said, there's lots and lots of other features actually that I haven't covered that I'd love to be able to cover more in depth, but I think it would also be really great for you to actually be able to explore for yourself. And this is kind of the point where we're kind of getting to at the moment actually. It's basically, let's get you involved. Let's kind of, why don't you join our international team of graphic designers? This is really what we want you to do. We want you to be a part of this whole development process. We want to allow a select few of you to really join in, gather your enthusiasm, and kind of see the different possibilities, and let us know about the different possibilities as well. And you can do that today if you want. And so all you need to do is you need to jump onto, you can see the URL there at the bottom, and I'll just point it out for you. ymbproperties.com/Usign beta, and you can sign up today. And like I said, we're only opening this up to existing customers, because this is really the key for us, is to get our existing customers and to get their feedback, to get their input. And obviously, as you've attended this webinar today, I mean, it's clear that you're really interested in Usign and seeing how YMB Properties is moving going forwards. And this is something that we'd like you to be a part of. As you've already invested your time, as you've already invested so much into using our software, into kind of getting used to our software, and also creating some really great things with our software, we want you to now be a part of this whole process of developing our new piece of software going forwards, and kind of throwing in your ideas and actually seeing your ideas develop and seeing them actually being incorporated within Usign. So like I said, again, if you go over to YMB Properties, if you type that in right now, ymbproperties.com/Usign beta, then we've been monitoring actually who's around, who's joined this webinar. So I mean, obviously you've got priority because you've joined the webinar. We really want you to be a part of this, and it's our thank you, and also we're looking forward to seeing what ideas you can kind of throw into the mix and what ideas we can incorporate. So ymbproperties.com, you can do that now, /Usign beta. And we'll be really happy to join you on the other side, and we'll be waiting for you, saying hello and welcome to the private Facebook group. And you can be one of the lucky few people who are beta members at the moment. So there you go. This is something that we'd like you to be a part of. So I hope you really enjoyed the webinar today. I hope this gave you a really clear overview of kind of some of the features of Youzign, like a behind-the-scenes look at kind of where we're going with the software. You got kind of an idea of, now you've got a clear idea of when we're going to be releasing the software. But like I said again, you can really be a part of this whole process. And we'd love to get your input into how we can make this better, and we'd love for you to actually be able to explore and kind of see behind the scenes for yourself, be one of those limited few people who actually get to experience this. And also, more importantly, you can starting to use all of these, kind of creating your own graphics for your own clients, creating your own graphics for yourself using Usign beta at the moment. And this would be really, really good. We would really be looking forward to kind of sharing with you. So, like I said again, ymbproperties.com/Usign beta, and you can sign up today.
Hey Nico, yeah, we just had a question from someone about the beta group and how to join in that. So I'm going to be sharing my screen now. Can you see my screen by any chance? It should be loading right now. All right, cool. So we have some people on the chat saying they can see it. Okay, seeing clearly. All right, cool. Yes, so the beta group and all that. So once you log in into Usign, so just follow the links that Nico has given you, and it should be in the chat box as well. And when you log into Usign, just click on the help section here, and it's going to take you to the help desk where you have all the information about the beta, some videos to get you started, and tutorials. And at the top of it, there's a link to the beta group. So you just click on it, and you'll be taken straight to the Facebook group where you can post feedback, and we are actively monitoring it and replying. You can communicate with myself there, with Nico, with Magnus, and with Rose as well, with our content manager. And yeah, leave any feedback that you have. I mean, we pushed a pretty cool feature last week, thanks to a user suggestion, which I'm going to demo now quickly, which is the Pixabay integration. All right, so one of our customers suggested that we integrate Pixabay because it's a great library of only copyright-free images, and we just did. So all you have to do is click on Pixabay, and then you have, you know, all the images here, and you can just load them into the software directly. So that's a very cool feature. It gives you access to about 200,000 images from Pixabay, and the icon finder integration also gives you access to a lot of graphics you can use in your designs. So I see someone was asking about the crop feature. I think Nico demonstrated it before, but I'll just show it again. So all you have to do is click on an image, then click on the crop button, and then you select the shape that you want to crop the image, and here you go. You get a nice crop. So again, pretty easy to use. Okay, and for custom sizes, if you want to resize the canvas, you just choose the size you want here, enter your preferred size and press enter, and it gets resized automatically. So again, very handy stuff. And I'll demonstrate some of the features that we might not have talked about. So we have the background color, so you can easily customize the background color. We have things like gradients, so you can add your own gradients and really make the design your own. We also have smart patterns. So these are basically patterns, and the cool thing with them is that you can actually customize the colors of every single element on the patterns. So very handy to create unique designs, pretty much. So is there any other questions about the software we can take now, Nico, or should we wrap this up?
I think that's most of the questions, actually, just kind of reviewing all of the questions that are there. And like Bertrand was saying, he gave a very clear overview of exactly what you need to do to sign up to Youzign. And if you follow through those links and follow through the process, then you can actually, like we were saying, you can join part of this whole development process, and you could possibly be one of those people that comes up with a really cool idea, like the Pixabay idea, and kind of see your new idea actually integrated into the software. And as Bertrand was kind of giving you a nice overview there, you've got the private group, and you can see actually all of the feedback that's constantly coming in, and how we're interacting with all of our customers and all of the beta group members actually, and kind of how this is all a very organic process going forwards.
Yeah, and something else, sorry to cut you off, so something else that I forgot to mention actually is that when you get access to the beta group, you also have access to our development board, and that basically allows you to see what we are working on right now. This is our development board on Trello for Usign, and you can see some of the features we're working on, some of the features we've completed. So for instance, something we're going to push probably over the weekend is a kind of more advanced color picker that we came up with the UI already, so we're just left with development. Something else which is ready for development as well is filters. So this will basically allow you to add filters to any image, and this is what the UI will look like. Right, so you can follow all that, all the things we work on, pretty much from the board here. It's publicly accessible for beta users. Some of our cool things we're working on is what we call smart objects. So the first one we will push of the smart objects is a pie chart builder. Okay, so it will basically be a tool to create like pie charts, pretty much the easy way where you can just change the colors of the chart and the percentage and so on in a pretty simple way. And we're going to push some more smart objects like mascot builders, to help you build like people graphics where you can change the hairstyle, the eyes, the mouth, and so on. So that's the kind of like smart feature integration we're planning to push. And there will also be more graphics libraries. So right now we have Icon Finder API integrated with Usign. We also have the Pixabay API, but we're working with more API partners to bring you even more resources. So that's kind of what's in store for now. If you have any questions about like our future development or what we're working on, feel free to hit us up via the Facebook group once you join, or ask us here on the webinar. We'll try to do more webinars like this, and you'll be able to give us feedback and let us know what you want to see from Usign as we go. So I'll pass it over to you, Nico, if you want to wrap it up.
Yeah. So like Bertrand was saying, we're going to be pushing some more webinars coming in the weeks coming forward as we get closer to the release date, and we should be showing you a lot more of these new features that are actually currently in development and that you'll actually see as soon as you sign up to Usign Beta. So you actually see these kind of new features that are in development as they are in development, but also you can...
Nico, it seems you lost the line. I lost you on the line. Can you try to re-sign up?
Re-sign up? Can you not hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Yes, so basically, like Bertrand was saying, we're going to be really pushing forwards with these new kind of features that are going to be integrated into the software. And this is something that we're looking forward to developing and kind of seeing these things come to fruition, and we'd like you to be a part of this and throw your ideas in as well, so you can be part of this whole development process. And once you join and once you log in, you'll actually be able to see the development boards for yourself, and you'll be able to be a part of this whole development process through the private Facebook page. So once again, as Bertrand kind of gave a very clear explanation about exactly how you can go about signing up, I'll just quickly go back. So if you go to if maybe Bertrand can read out the email address, the URL again of how you can sign up quickly, because just got one question there.
Okay, sure. Just give me a second. Just setting that up. You should see my screen now. Let me know if that's the case.
So,
yeah.
like I was, ynbproperties.com/Usign beta. So there you go. If you just, I'm sure a lot of you have already done it, because actually I've seen a lot of you have already done it. But if for those that haven't yet, you can sign up right now. So ynbproperties.com/Usign beta, and then you can, like we were saying, you can follow the steps that Bertrand clearly explained, and we'll welcome you to the Facebook page. We'll also be excited to see you be part of this whole development process. And going forwards, we'll be launching more of these webinars where we can show you some more of these features and give you kind of a bit more of a specific overview of kind of some of the things we've been working on. So this is something we'll be excited to kind of update you with in the future. So I think that's a clear wrap up of exactly what we've kind of been talking about today, which is the whole Usign, a new piece of software that's going to be released in the first half of December. And you've kind of seen some of the possibilities and some of the things that you can actually do for your clients, and some of the great graphics you'd be able to actually design for your own companies as well. And we'd like you to be a part of this whole process through our beta stage, and we'd like to hear your input and have your input. And we're really excited with the people who have already signed up as well, so we're excited to see what they have to say and see kind of what input they have to give as well. So thanks a lot for attending today, and yeah, we're really happy that you attended, really happy that we got to showcase the software and kind of show you some of the things that we've been working on. And thanks again.
All right, thank you. Thanks for signing up and watching the webinar, everybody, and we hope to see you soon inside the beta. Again, it's ynbproperties.com/Usign beta. We're going to leave this link open for probably another half an hour, and then we're going to wrap it up. So make sure to sign up now. and have a great day, pretty much. Thank you.
Yeah. Enjoy your day. Bye.
Bye.
We're talking about Facebook covers, and it's really, really versatile. And like I said, I'll be showing you kind of a few of these features in a moment. And actually, by in a moment, I mean now. So let's get to, let me show you a few of these great features. And we're going to be starting off, this is the basic Usign layout essentially. So this is what you'll see is once you get ready to start designing. So this is basically your design screen. And like I was saying, we've got this whole versatility available for you. So you can create Facebook covers, infographics, flyers, business cards, YouTube channels, graphics, ebook covers, Twitter covers, headers, Kindles, videos, and last but not least, and also very importantly, custom size graphics. So I mean, you can create whatever size graphics you want. And so this is what we're talking about here is versatility, the ability to really create whatever your clients demand, whatever you need for your business. So let's get right to it. This is basically the basic layout that we've got at the moment. So what we can do, for example, is you can start off by changing the background color, something really nice, simple. Not so difficult, but it's good to be able to do, right? So let's choose a nice red. As red's a nice color. It's coming up to Christmas, so it's quite a jolly color. And let's get right to it. As usual, you can obviously upload any graphics that you want to include for yourself. And today I'm going to be uploading a photo which I'll be using, and actually this will be kind of part of the basis of this quick Facebook cover that I've been creating. So what you can do is obviously you can upload any kind of graphics that you want to this software, and then you can integrate these graphics later on. You can kind of put everything together and really make it work for you. So as you can see here, we've got the photos just come up. Nice and simple, you know how it works. Point and click, move things around. Very, very nice, very simple, very easy. But straight away we're looking at different features. So there you go. Basically you can flip things around, which is, you know, it's not such a difficult thing to do, but it's nice to be able to do this essentially. Very simple to be able to change things around. And this here is, like I was saying, we've been actually 10 months in development. We've got lots of new ideas that we've been integrating into this software. One of the newest, well, one of, in my opinion, the coolest ideas is this kind of cropping feature essentially. So you can crop to shape, which is something that's really cool if you're kind of wanting to create customized graphics with your existing kind of photos or whatever you want to be using. So for this example, I'll be creating a circle, cropping to a circle. And as you can see there, just kind of giving it that nice rounded edge, which it's not rocket science, but it makes it look nice, right? And this is really what it's about. It's about making something look really nice and making it look making it customized, which is what kind of design is really about. And you'll kind of understand this, obviously, as graphic designers yourself. You'll know the importance of being able to create customized graphics very, very easily, very simply. And let's get to it. So we're going through, again, as all of the YMB properties kind of software out there, it all comes with lots and lots of inbuilt graphics. And yet again, for Youzign, we've got lots and lots of different inbuilt graphics as well that you can kind of do, and you can bring and you can drag around. And like I was saying before, we've got the opacity feature, and you kind of saw that feature just a second ago, and it kind of pushes through the red in that photo there, as you can see. And here we go, another new feature, changing the color, which is, again, you can change the color of any of these vectors very easily, very simply. So you can change the opacity, you can change the color, you can flip the images. These are all kind of very simple to do from your main board there. as you can see. So everything can be done there from the editing board. So you can undo, redo, delete, duplicate, and it's really simple to do everything from a very nice, easy to use user interface. So let's get to it. I'm going to go through a few of the different things available here, and one of the other cool features that we've got here, and you can kind of see this there. You've got the grid lines again, and this is something that we brought into our last piece of software, the instant offline presence. But here you go, we've got it again, and you can see it's nice. It helps you line everything up. And as a designer, obviously you want to be able to line everything up very simply, very easily, because you want to create like picture perfect graphics. And this is another feature that I'd like to. Here I am, just another feature. This is what Youzign's about. There's lots and lots of versatility. There's lots of new things that are happening with this software. 10 months in development, we've got lots and lots of good ideas. But they're not only our ideas, and I'll be talking about this a bit more shortly, because it's actually also your ideas. It's also the users' ideas that we've been incorporating into our new software, and we've been doing this through our beta, through the beta phase. And at the moment we're in the beta phase of development, which pretty much means that we're getting your input at the moment, pre-development, to make the software as good as possible. Doing this, we're kind of user feedback essentially. But I'll explain a bit more about that later on, because at the moment I want to highlight kind of some of the new features that we're working with and kind of show you a lot of the different things that we're doing with this software, and there are a lot of the different capabilities that Youzign has that you can actually integrate into your own business and that you could be using for your own clients. And there you go. Very simple, very easy to do. Everything's point and click. There you go. Get that back. And it's really about making this a very simple, very user-friendly piece of software that will be perfect for our users to be able to make beautiful graphics for their clients, for yourselves, for your business. And this is really the key. It's to make user-friendly software that has a great functionality. And let me go through a few. Let me start putting this together. And so this is going to be a Facebook cover, as you can see from the top, that I'll be creating very quickly. And I hope to be able to make this within about, let's aim for 10 minutes, I think. And so what I'd like to be able to do is create a really nice graphics within 10 minutes. And maybe one or two of you will be timing me, I don't know. But I'd like to show you kind of the potential of what you could be creating and how quickly you could be creating some nice graphics for yourself with all these new features using a really cool piece of software. But obviously you won't be able to use this yet because we're still in the beta stage. So outside of being a beta member, and I'll be talking about a bit more about this beta membership again shortly, because actually what we'd like you to do is we'd like you to come and join us and actually be a part of this whole development process. But at the moment we're limiting the beta membership to a very few select users who are experienced at using the YMB software, who are used to using our software day in and day out and making great, beautiful graphics with it. And we want to give our experienced users kind of the ability to be a part of this whole beta development process, make graphics smarter, and be able to make some really beautiful graphics for yourselves using this software. So let's go for something handwritten. And as you can see, as I'm going through, there's lots and lots of different fonts that you can use. There's lots of different options available, and we're really all about the versatility here. It's really all about the versatility of this software. There you go, and giving you as a designer the flexibility to create anything that you really want, and to be able to create it very quickly, very easily, very smoothly. Well, it's really about a smooth experience, smooth design experience. So let's put that there. And as you can see, this ability to change all of the colors, to change the opacity of all vectors, and because all of these graphics now are vectors, you can actually expand them as big or as small as you want. And it's really completely up to you. You've really got this flexibility to do whatever you want. And as you can see, as I've been doing this, there's so many new features that have been integrated. And I haven't actually covered a lot of the new features that we've got. I mean, there's lots and lots of different features that I haven't yet highlighted. But don't worry, I will highlight. I will show you some of these cool features that we've got and that we've been working on, that we've integrated into this software. The big house Usign. Okay, it's not much of an address, but you get the idea. Obviously, your address should probably not be the big house Usign. But as you can see, you've got the guidelines that come in there that help make everything click into place. And it's really about making it very simple, but making it very natural, making it very easy and simple to create beautiful graphics, because we want you to be able to create beautiful graphics for your clients and for your own businesses very simply, very easily. And we've included lots and lots of different graphics in order to do this. I just heard that one of the attendees was saying that they're having audio problems, so I hope what I'll do is I'll try and speak a bit louder, and I hope that this will resolve some of the problems, and I'll be a bit clearer as well. So if you can just let me know if you have any audio problems, and of course I'll try and work with this, and I'll try and improve the audio quality just if you do have any problems. Okay, that's good to know. So the audio is, there's no problem anymore. So actually what I'll do is I'll delete the bit of text that I created there, and I just want to show you that you can actually duplicate the text yet again. So it's really about making these graphics very simply, very quickly. So let's change what was written and put in a phone number. And as you can see, that's literally it, that's 10 minutes. So within the last 10 minutes, I've created a very nice, very simple Facebook cover using kind of some of the new features that you won't have seen before. Usign, they've been developed within the Usign software. And so let me highlight some of these new features that we've got. You can see with the photo, and you can see the red really pushing through from behind the photo. We got the ability to change the opacity again with this graphic, and also change the color, so you can see you can have the ability to fade those graphics that are already inbuilt into Usign. You've got the ability to change all of the color of the text, which is really nice. You've got the ability with vectors like this to actually be able to change each part of the vector, and this is something that's actually we built into a lot of the other features. So for example, the backgrounds, you can change each aspect of the background. So it's not just vectors like this where you can change all of the colors, but there's also the background where you can change all of the colors. You've got all the flexibility of all the different text and all, so that you can play with, and you've got the headline text, of course, and all of the other kinds of text. So I mean, this is really very, very flexible. And let me kind of show you one of the other nifty features that we've got there. We've got the preview feature, so you can actually see your design in action. So you can actually, as you develop for example, your Facebook cover for your client, you can develop it. You can, as it's in development, you can see a preview of what it looks like, and then you could send that preview to your client so that they can have a look at it and they could maybe make any suggestions that they wanted to make, send those suggestions back to you, or just say, yeah, that's perfect. That was exactly what I was looking for. So we've got that really nice preview feature, which is really, really useful, and it's something that obviously we've had some really good feedback with in our last software release. So it's something that we've included in this new piece of software. So as I was kind of covering there, we've got lots and lots of new features, and this is something that actually I'm going to be getting a bit more feedback on, and what I'd like actually Bertrand to give a bit of feedback on, because actually as we go forward with this, we're going to be including, and this is really the focus here at the moment, is we're in the beta stage, so we're a month to go until the release of Youzign. And during this month, we're going to be including new features and continually developing our software based on your feedback. And what we're looking for is actually, we're looking for all of our users, all of the people who come and every day use the YMB Properties software. What we'd like you to do, and as a big thank you to you, is we'd like you to be one of the select users, the select beta users who can input into the development of Youzign. And what we have is we have a Youzign development board, and Bertrand will be talking about this Youzign development board shortly. And it's basically, it's part of this organic process where we're getting the user feedback, the beta feedback, and kind of integrating your feedback through a Facebook group into adding new features to Youzign. And I think Bertrand will take this away and kind of show you some of what, explain a bit more about what I've been talking about through this beta process.
Nico, yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So yeah, I was going to take over, like you say. So great presentation, Nico. Was pretty cool design you just did there. And so I'm going to take, well, if there's any questions, you can start throwing them in, and I'm going to as well start talking about the beta groups and what goes on like behind the scene kind of stuff. So once you get access to Youzign, and Nico is going to share the link with you shortly, just after my little presentation here. You can click on the top right here when you log in, so you'll get access to Youzign. You'll be able to register and then sign in. And then if you click on the help section, it's going to take you to a page where I detailed pretty much everything about the beta. So there are some tutorials to get you started. And at the top of the page, there's a link to the Youzign beta group. So you just click on that image, and it takes you to the beta group. So what we did is that we created a group on Facebook where our users can leave feedback and suggestions and ideas, and as well help with bug reports. You know, if they come across any bugs, they can report them from here. Or you can also email us at support@ymbproperties.com. And as you can see here, that's pretty much the group. So once you get signed up to the beta, you'll get access to this group, and you'll be able to post your feedback. And the cool thing about this group for us is that, well, we can communicate directly with you, and we can take your suggestions to really make Youzign the software that that pretty much does everything, for your marketing materials, whether it is your Facebook banners, your infographics, your flyers, your business cards, your Pinterest pins, your LinkedIn backgrounds, and so on. We're really planning to integrate all the formats you may need as a marketer to promote your business. And right, so you get access to this group where you can pretty much ask us any questions. We also post some updates about what we're working on. One of the cool features that someone suggested in the group was the Pixabay integration, right? Because we're at the point where we're starting to integrate some image library into the software. So obviously we have our own graphics which we have created, so you are free to use for commercial use or personal use. There's no restriction on those, and these are all like YMB made graphics. And then we have the integration like the icon finder integration, which lets you search for images which are free for commercial use on icon finder. Some of them may require attribution. That's on the icon finder side. So if that's the case, always make sure to click on the I button here, the info button. It takes you to icon finder page where you can see the exact license right. But the coolest integration I think we have so far is the Pixabay integration, because Pixabay is an image library of only copyright-free images that you can use for commercial or personal purposes without restriction. So their license is pretty clear and pretty simple. So we integrated with them. So all you have to do is click on Pixabay and then type your keywords. So I'm going for a lion picture here. And as you can see, it just loaded the image straight into Usign. And obviously, like Nico showed at the beginning, you can also, crop these images. So if you want to do something more personal, more customized. So yeah, that's a very good suggestion we had from someone from inside the beta group, someone called Bill. And that's the kind of feedback we really want at this point. We are really aiming to make something that will change the way you create graphics online, and that will make it a lot easier for you, because we do think that Photoshop is another kill for most people. Most people can't really use Photoshop, and the other alternative is to hire a designer. But if you ever been through the process of hiring and working with a designer, there's a lot of back and forth, and sometimes for a simple Facebook cover, it can take a week just to get your design. So we really want to empower you to be able to create the designs you want, and hence the name Youzign, which is a word play on kind of like you are the designer. So that's really where we're at. Like Nico said, we've been 10 months in development so far, and we hope to be out of the beta in about 1 month. But we're still really taking time to take all your feedback through the private group and really improve on that. And lastly, before I pass the mic to Nico, I wanted to tell you about our development board, where you can see exactly what we're working on. So this is the actual development board for Usign. It's in a project management system called Trello. And when you are inside the beta group, you have access to this board, and you can see exactly what we're working on based on the feedback you gave us, and based on what we want to see of Usign. So you can see, for instance, in the ready for development list, some of the stuff that we're working on. So here is the new color picker that we just completed the UI, so the design, and we're going to push that to Usign probably in the next 7 days at most. Another cool feature we have in the works is the filter feature. So this will be a kind of Instagram like filter effects that you'll be applied to any images, and you can see the UI here. So again, pretty simple to use. It looks like Instagram, or if you are familiar with the iPhone, on the iPhone photo application, you have a similar interface. So that's another cool feature we have and in the work. So that's something we are working on. Another example of something we're working on is the funnel creator. So this will be a kind of tool to help you create like sales funnel that you can display. If you're a product seller, this is really useful to show your partners, the kind of funnel you're using in your products. And that's one of the smart objects that we are pushing. So another smart object that we are working on is the pie chart builder. So this is what the interface will look like. So it will allow you to create pie charts like these in a pretty easy way, where you'll be able to have the chart title input here, and then change the color of the different sections of your pie chart, and be able to as well customize the percentage in a very easy and intuitive way. So we call these smart objects, right? So besides the regular icons and graphic libraries that you have, and that most other graphic softwares have, I guess, what we're trying to do is really push it a lot further to make it incredibly easy for you to design anything. And you can see some of the stuff we are working on right now, like today. We are working on enabling the mouse scroll. We are contacting Pixabay to get high-resolution images from them, because right now we get mid-resolution images, and to get high-resolution, they require approvals. We send them an email and see what they say. And a lot of different stuff, right? So, and you can also follow that on the Facebook group, like twice a week. Rose, who is our content writer at YMB, is going to post updates like this where you see what we're working on. So in the next couple of days, we're going to push the new font UI with bigger fonts, which are more accessible, and the color picker, which I mentioned earlier on. So I guess that's pretty much it from my side of the presentation. I'll just take a couple of the questions I've seen on the chat. Okay, so someone was saying this may be an obvious question, but does Usign completely replace instant offline presence and its features? That's a really good question, actually. Right now, I wouldn't say that. To be really honest with you, I wouldn't say that Usign replaces any of our past softwares, because what we did in the past 2 years is that we created 10 separate applications which are very specific to a particular niche. So like, for instance, the offline presence was really specialized for kind of marketing graphics like business cards and so on. But right now, Usign is not at that level. You know, I wouldn't say that if you need to create like loyalty cards today, you should get Usign. I think offline presence is still the best solution for the month to come, and I use it myself. Actually, I got a contract with a restaurant a few days ago by using offline presence. I created a few loyalty cards, and I went to show her the loyalty card, and she gave me like 10 free meals. You know, it wasn't like I didn't really sell it to her, but you know, she offered me like 10 free meals in exchange of the loyalty card design, which was pretty cool. So that's just for the anecdote. Yeah. So right now, like, Usign is a very broad tool. It does a lot of things, but it's not up to the level of some of the specific applications that we created in those particular niches. So I hope that kind of answers the question. I have about 8 questions on my list here, so I'll just go through them. So the second question is, will my flyer be print ready? And the answer is obviously yes. I mean, that's what we achieved with offline presence, which is a software we released in March or April of this year. And we're planning to bring that technology to Usign eventually. So your flyers will be print ready. Third question, when will kerning and leading be added to the text feature? Right now, kerning and leading is not in our top priority list. We're really focusing on core, like text manipulation features. To give you an answer, when it will add it, probably in the next 2 months, because that's a pretty core features. But again, it's not on the top of our priorities right now. The fourth question is, how about a flyer? And if you have any other questions, just keep them coming, and I'm just going to go through them as we go. So the fourth question is, how about a flyer 8,000 by 6,000 pixels wide? Is that too large for your program? This would be at 600 dpi. Yeah, currently it's too large for the program. Currently, I think the maximum size we have is 3,000 by 3,000, but it's a technical limitation we are going to lift, obviously. Ultimately, we want you to be able to create like billboards, you know, like the kind of billboards you see on the street as you're driving, you know. So we really want to get to that format eventually. So right now, to answer your question, you wouldn't be able to create 8,000 by 6,000 pixels graphic. The maximum currently is 3,000 by 3,000, but again, we plan to remove that limitation pretty soon. Another question is any way to use Usign as a website mock-up tool kind of stuff, so a bit like Balsamiq, so like to create mock-ups for your websites? And that's a really good question. The answer is yes. You can use Usign to do mock-ups of your website. So if I show you, if you can still see my screen, I'll try to show you a quick example of how you go about that. So I just use a custom size here. I'm going to delete these images. And let's say I'm mocking up a website for a customer. So I'll probably use something like the shapes here. So I'll have something like a header on the top. And then let's say, you know, change the color of that. And then I have my container here. And probably a sidebar. So let's say I had some paragraph on the sidebar. There we go. Right. So, and I can go full screen as well. Probably something we forgot to show you, but you can go the full screen view and have really a better grasp of everything. And if you want, you can then upload your image to the canvas. So I'm just gonna upload, I don't know, yeah, this image here. There we go. So yeah, you can use it as a website mockup tool. Right now, what is lacking to help you do that is an image library that looks more like the image library in Balsamiq. So with like, you know, like video, a mockup of a video player, a mockup of buttons and things like that. But like technically, it's not going to be difficult for us to push that because it's just about adding more graphics. And we got about 3 designers working full-time on creating these graphics. So that's definitely, well, that's actually a very good suggestion, I would say. I had it in the back of my mind, but we didn't kind of really push it. So I'm going to add that to our to-do lists. And yeah, so we'll add some like mock-up graphics so that you can create mock-ups. So yeah, that will be one of the possible uses of Usign. You can create sales pages with it. I don't know if you guys saw our Wire Forum sales page, but we did it all in Usign. It's here in my Usign dashboards. And you know, that's the kind of stuff you can create with Usign. So no problem with mockups and wireframes. I'm still going through the question. We're getting a ton of them. So I'm about 7 questions through, and I still got about 8 questions to go. So please bear with me if I haven't answered your question yet. So number 6 was, how do I get access to the recorded webinar? Well, we're going to record it. I mean, it's being recorded now, so we're going to just send you the file by email. Okay, so another question or comment is that it would be easier if the custom size option allowed one to use inches to set up the time instead of pixels, right? So that's something we're looking into. You know, we get this suggestion quite a few times in the past week that some people would rather use inches than pixels. It's not really an issue. It's certainly something we can push, and we've taken note of that. It's something we are thinking of. Okay, so is the preview downloadable? So that's a really good question, and I'm just going to demonstrate that to you. So just put together a quick graphic here. I'm going to use the Facebook image from Icon Finder. The Icon Finder integration is very cool and very, very handy. And if I just click on here and then click on preview, and then from here I can download the preview. So just click on download preview and I'll just name it something. Sorry, name. There we go, and I'll just try to see if I can show you that. There we go. So you can download the preview. You can download the original graphic, obviously, but you can also download the preview, which is pretty handy. So next question. Okay, so someone's asking one thought with the lower thirds, if you could make a GIF so when it's created it could look like there's a light passing from left to right. I'm not sure I understand your question. Someone asking about having a light passing from left to right. If you can rephrase it, I can certainly answer you. Maybe you meant to say about the opacity feature. That's how it works pretty much. Can we create, someone is asking, can we create basic graphics now in the software? Yeah, of course, you can create basic graphics and you can create even pretty cool stuff. We've been using it ourselves, so, you know, we've just been creating stuff with it. So that's one of the graphics we created here. That's another cool graphics we created with Usign. Another one here. So yeah, you can already create cool graphics with Usign. The main limitation to the beta now, and that's the reason why the beta is priced pretty low, is that we don't have any templates in Usign yet. All right, so we're planning to add templates probably in the next couple of weeks, 3 weeks. We're still really working on the core features, but you can still create your designs and save them as templates. So someone is asking, along with the YouTube channel, will you be adding thumbnails and hand-slayed graphic? That's a good question. So right now, if you see in Usign, we only have about 10 formats available. So what we're planning to do is, like, in front of each of the options, so like let's say you go to YouTube channel, we'll have a kind of drop down, so like a second level drop down, where you'll be able to select which kind of YouTube channel graphic you need. So for instance, it might be a YouTube channel art graphic, or it could be a YouTube thumbnail, or it could be a YouTube hand-slayed graphic, right? So we're planning to have pretty much all the basic formats you need and templates for each of these formats. So for instance, for Facebook, right now we only have covers, but obviously we'll have Facebook, and then you'll be able to select from covers, timeline images, ads, profile images, and so on. Next question, are graphics we create vectors, or can they be saved as vectors? The graphics you create are not vectors. I mean, once you download the file, you'll be able to download them as PNGs. We might introduce a JPEG format later, but the good thing with PNGs for now is that it allows us to have transparent backgrounds, right? So if you click on background and you click on none, then what you have here is a transparent background. So if you download it, it can go on any background. And all the images that we created inside Usign are vectors. So you can resize them to any shape, and you can see there's no loss in quality at all. So that's pretty cool. One question is there a limit to the number of Pixabay images available? No, there'll be no limit. Pretty much, you can access the entire library. We are still in touch with Pixabay to improve the integration of their interface as we have it right now. So there will be some updates as we go, but yeah, you can access all the library. So someone is asking, as beta members of Usign, will we be charged again once Usign is released to the public? Obviously, no. I mean, if you sign up today, we do appreciate the support in this time of beta, and especially your input, which is really the most valuable things for us, because ultimately we create products for you. I mean, we created Usign for you, hence the name Usign, which is a word play on you are the designer. So if you sign up to the beta today, you won't have to pay anything when Usign goes live to the public. And Usign is going to be priced differently from what we did before, because it is going to be one of our core focus. So once we release it to the public, it will be a month, like it will be a SaaS. So we'll charge like $20 a month for access to Usign. And what you get now with the beta pricing is lifetime access for one single price. So someone is asking, will you have pen tools for editing and changing shapes? That's a very good question. So if we would have like a pen tool and brush and this kind of stuff. Right now, it's not in the plans. Really, we don't want to be like Photoshop, where you have so many options that you get confused. So things like pen tools and the brush are things that we're putting on hold for now, unless we get a lot of demand from our users. We'll rather stay a rather simple software, for image manipulation and graphic creation. All right, so I've gone through all the questions here, so I'm gonna hand it over to Nico, and if you have any questions, just keep them coming, and we'll answer them. We'll answer them as we go. So Nico, can you take over?
Yeah. So I mean, thanks for going through all of those questions, and it's really, like I said before, it's really interesting to see the feedback that we're actually getting from people, even just at this stage, even just through a webinar. It's interesting to see the kind of feedback and the ideas that are coming in. Yeah. And of course, once you join as a beta member, you can really start throwing these ideas, and obviously, like, you're just coming up with these ideas straight off the top of your head, but if you sleep on it and come up with new ideas tomorrow or the day after that, I mean, of course, come out with new ideas all the time. So it's interesting to see what your ideas are now, and it's nice to get your feedback. And I'm sure as a beta member, you'll have lots and lots of feedback and more input that you can bring to the table going forwards. And this is exactly what we're looking for, and why we're excited to get this kind of user feedback and how we can integrate this user feedback into the software. So this is really what we're after. This is really something that we're excited about, and we really want you to be a part of this. Like Bertrand was saying, not only does it make financial sense for you, but it really makes financial sense for us. We think that you have a valuable input for the software as it develops, and we think you can really be an interesting part of this team. And we want you to basically, as you can see at the screen in front of me, we want you to be part of this team. We want you to be one of our international team of graphic designers who are creating beautiful graphics with Usign, who are using these graphics, these capabilities, and you can use them with your business, you can use them with your client's business, and of course, you can also be part of the whole development process. And I just I see a hand up there, so let me see. Sorry, I think there's more questions coming in, which is also really good. And of course, Bertrand's going to carry on. Oh, there you go. Bertrand's going to carry on with the presentation as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, carry on, Bertrand.
Yeah, sure. So, so I'm just sharing my screen with the URL where people can sign up, where you can sign up. So it's ymbproperties.com/usignbeta. So if you go there now, I'll just show you the process. So it's ymbproperties.com/usignbeta. And it takes you to the Warrior Forum where we are hosting this special offer. And you just scroll down the page here and you can buy Usign. And as soon as you buy it, you'll have instant access to Usign and the Facebook beta group and our development board as well. Okay. So I'm just going to put the URL here again, and you should have it in the chat as well. Magnus is probably going to paste it to you in a second. So it's ymbproperties.com/Usign beta. So we're only taking a limited number of users now. We've really only released the Usign for our customers. We're not allowing affiliates or anyone to promote us. We really want to get you in the software and help us improve it before we can share it with everyone else, with the world, pretty much. So we're really excited to have you in today. Just go to this URL, ymbproperties.com/Usign beta, and you'll be taken to the special offer page where you can purchase your copy. So again, it's lifetime access, right? So you just pay once and you have access to Usign for one incredibly low price. If you have any questions now, we'll be happy to take a few more questions and then we're going to wrap it up. So someone is asking, the outline of the text in this image is made in Usign. Yeah, you can pretty much do these. Right now we don't have an outline feature, so the way you would do it in Usign so far, but that's something we're planning to push pretty soon. But so far you would just kind of double up the layers, right? So you have one layer here and you have another layer kind of on top. And from there you can change the color, and you can create kind of shadows this way and cool effects. But like shadows and outlines are some of the basic features we are planning to push pretty soon. Someone is asking, is there any way to find out the pixel size of original graphics and of those we create? Yeah, sure. I mean, if you create a graphic, you can just click on view size here, and it tells you the actual size of the graphics that you're working on. And if you're on the custom size, then you can simply change it from here and press the enter key, and it's going to change the graphic size. So yeah, you have this little panel here which allow you to view the size. So someone is asking, what happens to all the graphics I upload? Oh, that's not accessed by anyone else. That's a very good question. So right now, all the graphics that you upload go into our servers. So we're using a professional server platform where we are hosting all your designs, and these are backed up pretty much daily. So all the images you upload. And we are also currently migrating all your graphics, so all our user data, to Amazon S3, which is going to pretty much improve the performance of Usign. So if you're not familiar with Amazon S3, it's like an online storage solution. So yeah, all the graphics you upload will be stored there, and nobody else will be able to see them. So someone is asking, will there be a Usign marketplace for graphics we create that can be imported? That's a really good question. So what we have in mind for Usign for phase 1, which is pretty much the next 6 months, is, well, first release it to the public and then keep on improving until we make it a very, very solid graphic design software. And then beyond that, the idea is to make Usign a marketplace where you will be able to sell your designs, to sell your templates, or to give them away for free to, maybe promote your website a bit like, you would do some content marketing on your blog, or you'll be also able to buy other designs. So really, what we're trying to do is really to kind of put business owners and designers in touch. So, it's like if you go to Team Forest or Code Canyon, which are like marketplaces, we'll have a kind of marketplace in Usign where you'll be able to buy and sell designs and templates. So to answer your question, yes, that's there will be a Usign marketplace. But again, that's phase 2, right? So right now we'll just focus on the core features, and then we'll enable the marketplace. If you want an idea of how this marketplace will probably work, you can look at iconfinder.com. That's iconfinder.com. And we're pretty much planning to build a similar kind of marketplace. So something really easy to use and to help you, make money by selling your designs, or save time by buying some nice designs made by third-party designers. Okay, got one more question here on the list. If you have any more questions, please keep them coming now, because we're going to wrap the webinar in about 9 minutes from now. So someone is asking, when is the next webinar? That's a very good question as well. I would say the next webinar is probably going to be on Monday or something. We're going to try to do them, to do these more regularly. Because we have a lot of stuff to show about Youzign. I think that today we kind of only scratched the surface. We didn't touch on all the features. Something cool I could just show you right now is the feedback system, which is a way for you to let us know about things in the software. So you just click on that feedback button. You input your email here, and a message, and then you can capture the screen a bit like if you use Jing or some screen capture software, and then make annotations kind of stuff. And then if you click on send, that's going to be sent straight to the Youzign development team. That's a custom feature that we created just for Youzign. And it's pretty cool. It's very handy, and we get a lot of feedback that way from our beta users. So make sure you use it when you get in. So someone is asking, will you have a Dropbox link so we can save on Dropbox too? Yeah, Dropbox integration is in the plan. I think it's in our backlog of to-do. So this is our development board if you just joined us. From our development boards, you can see what we're working on, and that's some of the image library integration. And we had Dropbox here, so I'm not sure why it's been removed, but I'll just add it back. Yeah, Dropbox integration is pretty much a must for us. I mean, we really want to give you the tools that you use. So someone is asking, I find the dark color of the UI makes it hard to read the features. Can that be changed? Right now there's only one team in Youzign, it's the dark team. Earlier on when we started developing Youzign, it was on a white background, but then I don't know, we decided that having a dark background is better. Like if you spend a lot of time designing, you'll get less high strain if you're designing on the black background. That's why most of the kind of mainstream graphic softwares are using a dark backgrounds. So to answer your question, can you change it? No, you can't right now. Will you be able to? Possibly. It wouldn't take much to create a white version, and I think that would be a pretty cool addition. So I can't really promise it right now, but that's possibly something we'll look into, to have like a white theme for Youzign if you prefer to work on a white background. So someone is asking, can you put a link to your Facebook and other support on the UI too? Yeah, you can easily access that. So when you go back to the dashboard, so here you have access to your profiles and things like that. But if you click on the top right here and you click on help, it takes you to the help page. And from this help page, you have access to the Facebook group. You have access to the support details. So basically, you can reach us via the group or email us at support@ymbproperties.com. There's also my Skype contact in here, so you can add me to Skype if anything. and there's a few tutorials. All right, so I think that was the last question we had. So and we're going to close in about 5 minutes. So Nico, did you want to take over and add something to this? And by the way, the URL to join is ymdproperties.com/Usign-beta. It's currently opened. We're taking a few more beta users in today. And so just go there and get your copy, and you get instant access to Usign, the same version I've just shown you, and all the future updates that we are pushing.
So, as Bertrand was saying, we'll be more than happy to answer any more questions. I mean, there's another 4 minutes, so if you have any quick questions, then we can try and answer them within those 4 minutes. But obviously, once you sign up and log into Usign Beta, then any questions that you have, we'll be answering them on the Facebook page. Any input that you have, we'll also be considering it and also potentially integrating that within the software, and we'd be really excited and interested to hear any new ideas that you have. And obviously within the last hour we've had some really good ideas, really interesting ideas, which could well be integrated in the future, so that's quite exciting. And so all you need to do now, just to get logged in, and we've already seen quite a few people actually logging in, so it's really good to see that positive feedback already, is go on to ymdproperties.com/Usign-beta, and then you can sign up, and then you'll get straight in there, you'll get direct access to the Facebook page, the private Facebook group. You'll be one of those select few beta users, and you'll be able to input into the development, and of course it's a one-time cost, so you'll have this for your life, which is really good, incredibly good value. And that value is from us because of our appreciation for your use of the software, but also our knowledge that you're going to have some really good input into how the software can be developed. So thanks again for all your time. Like I said, go on to ymdproperties.com/Usign-beta, and you can sign up today. You can be a part of this. You can throw in your ideas. You can help develop this software, and you can use this software for your clients, for yourself, for your business, to create some really, really nice graphics. So ymdproperties.com/Usign-beta. And thanks a lot for attending. It's been really, really great. It's been nice to hear your input. It's been nice to answer your questions. It's been nice to see the level of interest, and it's good to see that people are already signing up. So ymdproperties.com/Usign-beta. And thanks a lot for your time. Hope you all have a great day. And I'll just let Bertrand have a few last words, and we'll sign off.
All right, so yeah, that's pretty much it. We just wanted to thank you for being on the call. Thank you, Nico, for the presentation. Magnus with on the back end answering your questions, and thank you as well for coming to the webinar today. So we'll be running more like these, and this webinar is going to be recorded as well. So you'll get a link by email, probably tonight or tomorrow morning at the latest. And again, the URL is ymdproperties.com/Usign-beta. We're going to leave it open for probably another hour or so, then we're going to wrap it up for the day. And so yeah, just thank you for joining today, and have a great day wherever you are. All right, thank you. Bye for now.